morning, this is Holly with Holly's Joys, and I have a new project that I'm working on, so I am going to share it with you. And we're going to talk about pondering paradox and finding the magic in contradiction. And let me just introduce myself first. My name is Holly, and I have a Bachelor's of Science from Purdue University in Indiana. I've held many licensures over the years, life insurance, ministerial licenses, and several other kinds. I've been married for nearly 42 years, and I've traveled various areas of the U.S., and I've lived in a lot of different places, and my husband is a retired military, so we've also lived overseas. I'm an artist and an author, and currently I am working on a master's degree in the metaphysical, and I have a BS in metaphysics. And I also have a YouTube channel, and that, if you'd like to see what my videos are like, it's under Holly's Joys, and once again, that's on YouTube. So now we're going to jump into the topic at hand today, and what we're going to talk about is, what do I mean when I say pondering a paradox? So let's define what actually a paradox is in our discussion forum here. Paradox is a statement or a concept that seems to contradict what you think, but actually it reveals a deeper truth. So this can be a statement or a situation that goes against your common sense, but yet still may be true. So let's do some little silly one-line paradoxical statements so you kind of get the idea of what we're talking about. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Everyone is unique, just like everyone else. Promise me that you'll never promise me anything. So, I think also an element of paradox is to have your mind ponder a little bit about what that really means. What is the person who's using the paradox really trying to say? Why paradox captivates readers. And I'm doing this video a lot for people who are writers or aspiring to write or communicate in a different sort of way. And I like paradox because it reflects the complexity of life. So often people want to be a flat personality. I want to just be all good. I'm just all kindness. I'm just all love. But that really isn't true. People incorporate both selfishness and giving. And it just depends on circumstances and what's going on externally and internally. So love is both liberating and imprisoning. So people can relate to emotional and intellectual tension. And that's what the paradox kind of highlights, is that tension, and it mirrors what really goes on in life. Challenges traditional thinking about what you're saying in what you're writing or what you're talking about. And it offers a chance for the readers to have some introspection. And it also challenged their traditional way of thinking. So a writer's paradox, a person who really wants to communicate through the written word, maybe in publishing a book. A writer must be confident, yet seeking. Embracing what you don't know while standing firm on what you really believe. And writers must be solitary, yet connected. My personal experience with the writer's paradox is being open to input from others, yet standing firm on my own convictions. Minding my own business, and yet staying loving and engaged. That one's my big challenge. So some examples of paradoxical ideas that have stuck with me over the years. My mom used to say this one a lot when I was a kid, and so I looked it up online, and it's an actual poem, and of course she didn't do the whole poem, but she did bits enough and it really stuck with me, and I think it created that reasoning element in my brain, like, what does that mean? What is she really trying to say? So here it is. The little man who was not there. Yesterday upon the stair, I met a man who was not there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away. There's another one that I really like too, and it's the character in Marvel Comics, Thanos. He's a supervillain. And yet he can wield the hammer of Thor. And for those of you who don't know the storyline, Thor is the good guy, long, beautiful blonde hair. And he's the one who saves everyone, and he wields the hammer. And no one can pick it up but him because he's so pure. But Thanos, the supervillain who wants to kill everyone in the universe in order to save it, he can wield the hammer too. So that just makes you sit back and go, what is the writer, what are the directors trying to say in this character? It's also kind of a nod to the sword in the stone. Little Arthur standing on the stone and pulls the sword when many, many before him could not do it. Strong men who came up and they're clad in their armor on their white knight horses, and they could not pull it. Once again, what is the author trying to say? And also Michael J. Fox's book, Lucky Man. He refers to his Parkinson's disease as his gift. So, that just makes you ponder, doesn't it? What comes to your mind when I'm talking about these different paradoxical ideas that have really stuck with me? And while you're thinking of that, I'm going to read one of my works that I feel like highlights paradoxing. I don't understand why. Why do people do the things they do? Why do they date the people they date? Why do they say the things that they say? Why aren't they curious about the world? I don't understand why. Why can't they see their own potential? Why can't they see their own greatness? Why can't they see what I see when I'm looking at them? I don't understand why. Why can't I get that it's their journey to travel? Why can't I accept that not everyone is the same? Why won't I mind my own business? Why can't I live life without an opinion? Why can't I see I can just be me? I don't understand why. So, when you're using paradox in your writing or even in conversation, try to make it personal. People remember things that they can relate to. Think about paradoxes in your own life and how they inspire you. Maybe you have stories that your parents fed you paradox and you just pondered it your whole life. What's a moment in your life when these two opposing truths seem to coexist? Reframe different ways to spark creativity and evoking the paradox. And that's all I have for you right now. And I hope that when you go throughout today that you'll think about the paradoxes of just being alive on the earth. Being a human being is full of paradox. And I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe, like, share, follow, friend, do all the things, push all the buttons. And we'll talk to you later.